Hey, it's Cortney Hicks. Welcome to another episode of Just Me, part 2 of our ongoing conversation about being single. We talked last time about the young lady who caught the attention of really the world when she married herself with a very lavish wedding. She was turning 40. There was no man, but she still wanted to, have this wedding and marry herself. And I wanted to continue this conversation with my good girlfriend, Tia Hill, the date whisperer, and I'll make sure you get and stay connected with her before we wrap up today's conversation. But continuing with this conversation, statistically speaking, us, as in Black women, only 1 in 3 of us are getting married. And the numbers are even a little bit more dismal when it comes to staying married. Our divorce rates are higher when we do get married. That's so unfortunate. And I'm a firm believer in it all beginning and ending with self. It all starts right here. I just read something today. I just posted something today at Cortney 1971. Mind your own business. There's a little girl on the internet where she's trying to unbuckle her car seat. And her dad says, "Can I help you?" She says, "No." And he says, "Well, what do you want me to do?" She said, "Worry about yourself." And I think it really begins and ends there, because we have to put ourselves in a position when and if we do meet that right partner, if you will, that we can show up and present the best version of ourselves. And sometimes that takes years. I just turned 44 and I'm just getting to a point where I know when that dude, when the champion enters into my life, I know I'm ready. But we're single and we're not getting married. What's wrong? What's wrong, date whisperer? What's wrong?
One of the things that I will definitely say is we talk about the law of attraction.
Yes.
But it is it's powerful, it's palpable, it's relative. With that being said, what you said is accurate. You have to spend time with you. It goes back to what I said earlier in the other segment. If you're not loving yourself, how can someone else love you? I've been through it. You've been through it.
Oh.
You have to go through, you got to go through a mess to overcome. People don't want to go through mess. They don't want to go through obstacles.
Hurts. They don't want to go
They
through
don't,
pain.
and then they go through it and then they don't want to heal from it. So what happens is there's a rumor, and it's a great thing called social media, that has allowed people to think that getting married is the end all, be all. You get it. You get a ring. We take pictures. You have a dinner. We take pictures. We're on a trip. We take pictures. Everyone is looking at that.
We now know, and if you don't know, you should know at this point, that a lot of us aren't leading the lives that
a lot of people don't know
that we post on Facebook.
They don't know that.
Instagram
and so what you have is the popcorn syndrome, and you're looking at this by yourself, and then you're comparing yourself to the person in front of you that you don't know. So you are craving that. At the same token of not minding your business, you may have an amazing man beside you, and you're saying, why aren't we going on these trips? Why aren't our kids in this program? Why aren't we doing this? And you're comparing yourself to the next man, and you don't know their struggle. One of the things that I do tell women as well is getting married is the hardest job you will ever have. Not being a mother, not being a friend. It is literally being married. It is saying that you and I are in this forever. We raise our children. Ever. Till death do us part.
Yeah.
We have our children. We raise our children to go to school, to live their lives. I marry you for sickness and in health. If you lose a leg, I now have to take care of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't know the principles of marriage.
I think it starts fundamentally. And then we don't have a lot of examples. I was extremely blessed to have my parents, together. We were in the same household. My brothers are my brothers. I know who they are. And it was really a death do us part kind of a thing. When my father passed, my parents were married 28 years.
Right.
So I was able to see that, and that's really my foundation. And because that is so out of the ordinary, when I come to a relationship or a serious dating situation with those kind of principles and that kind of perspective and setup, I'm usually the odd man out, because folks have been more so brought up in maybe single parent households, or really, didn't experience the family unit. So either they don't understand it, and so they shy away from it, or they're so welcoming to it But any way it goes, it's kind of like a crapshoot as to how that potential partner is going to relate to me being so family oriented. I just am.
I will tell you
family
what I
is
had to
everything
do
to me.
recently.
And marriage is forever.
Yes, I had to apologize for my lack of understanding in a relationship recently. And to some people, it would seem petty, it would seem ignorant. However, I constantly tell you what it is you should be doing correctly, when at times we don't do those things ourselves. But I had to look into the mirror, and I came from a single mother. So when I was in a situation before I did some things, because there's a part that we play, that I helped to create confusion.
Yeah.
You don't understand that until you heal. And the person that you're talking to, even if it's your husband or your wife, if you don't acknowledge it, they'll continue to bring it up because they want it to be acknowledged so that you can start to go forward.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it on your own, because we think that someone's supposed to give us something, you have to still take that time to get it on your own. When you get it on your own and it comes sincerely, that person has a chance to forgive you, truthfully. And you know how when you really apologize to someone, you're like, well, if you ain't get it, that's on you. But you're able to move forward positively.
Sure.
And you don't carry that weight. Because if you are hurting or you're not forgiving, it's a weight. But once you relieve that, it's a whole different type of scenario.
Sure.
So we have to understand and see that. We have to see strong families. We have to see strong units. We have to see strong friendships. We don't see strong friendships. Women don't know how to be friends with each other. So how can you be a friend with a man if you don't even know how to handle an argument?
So what you're saying, this is a universal. We're talking about commitment in marriage and relationships, but this is just a universal, ongoing struggle and challenge to get it on your own, to find your balance, to find your center. So therefore, you're much better postured to show up and really function in a committed relationship.
Because hurt people hurt people.
Yeah. That's good.
Constantly.
That's good.
You know what I
That's
mean?
good.
And we are hurting each other because we're hurt.
Yeah.
So when you're in a situation, you're like, why am I hurting? I'm going to hurt you back. I'm going to hurt you back. But if you feed it, it will grow.
Yeah.
If you're in a situation and it's constantly being negative, don't feed the negativity.
Sure.
Feed the positive.
My mottos have always been forgiveness, compassion, understanding. And in my last relationship, those things were quite challenged. And just to always remember to lead with love. And we all come from different situations, different walks of life, and we all have different, rules and moral codes that we go by and we live by. But I think the takeaway from this conversation is that you are responsible for you. And Date Whisperer, Tia here, I want to thank you so much for joining me for yet another Just Me episode. How can we get in touch with you or stay in touch with you?
I am on www.thedatewhispererth.com, Instagram, Facebook, Date Whisperer, and Twitter. So that's how you get in touch with me.
Yay. Okay. Single life.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. We're back next week, next Monday, with another Just Me episode. I appreciate it.